Hello everyone. So today we are going to start another chapter, that is the allocation of resources. Now, in allocation of resources, first we'll have to see the economic systems. So, what is an economic system? Economic system is the way an economy is organized and run, including alternative views of how resources are best allocated. So, if you have studied the three basic economic questions, that are what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce, so economic system have the answers to those three questions. Now, the economic agents, these are tends to be the household, firms, and the government, which means that these are the three bodies which are running your economy. So these comes under the economic agents. Now there are three types of economies: market economy, planned economy, and mixed economy. Market economy means that where the demand and supply is used to allocate the resources, which means that there will be a very less or minimal government intervention. So the individuals and the households, individuals and firms, these are the bodies which will run this kind of economy. Planned economy, on the other hand, is solely run by the government. For example, in North Korea and China is also a communist economy. So planned economies, another name is communist economy. Now, mixed economy is, as the name itself is very clear, it is the mixture of the market economy and the planned economy. Now, you can see that these are the three fundamental economic questions: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Earlier, as I told you guys, the economic system decides the what, how, and for whom we are going to produce our goods and services. So now let's come towards what to produce, which means that what type of goods and services we are going to provide in the economy. So, for example, it can be that whether you have to focus on more roads and airports building versus invest more of your budget on resource on education, or how to produce, like are you using capital intensive or are you using labor intensive industries to produce those goods and services. For whom to produce, so this means that are you producing for which kind of economic agents are you producing your good. So for whom to produce means that, like, for whom are you trying to produce those goods, are and will you give those products for free, or are you going to charge for them. So, for example, if there is a public park, so a government might don't want to charge for that. On the other hand, if there is a road, a government might not charge any toll for that, or might charge a toll, or might also charge tax for that. So these are all the questions that are decided by the economy. So what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce will be decided based on which type of economy we are living in. Now we will come deep into the planned economic system. Planned economic system is sometimes referred to as a socialist or command economy. Okay, USSR is the best example for this, and uh, China as well is a very good example. Production decisions like what, how, and for whom to produce will be decided by government over here. So resources are completely controlled by the government. So this is a very important fact. And production schedules are devised on a long-term basis. Like government have very long-term plannings. Government is involved in very long-term plannings, usually 5 years or even 10 years or 15 years planning. Now, wage differentials are minimum, which means that the people are likely on a similar pay scale, especially in the same industry. Okay, and there is minimal international trade because the government prefers to be self-sufficient, which means that government will want to produce all the goods by themselves and will focus less on importing or exporting the goods. So these are the three advantages of planned economy system. These are the economies of scale, prevent wastage, and social equality. Large state monopolies can achieve huge cost savings, known as economies of scale. And what is the monopoly over here? Monopoly is the government. The government is the monopoly over here, and monopoly can have huge cost savings by becoming a larger single unit firm. Prevent wastage. Economists believe that the competition can be wasteful in some instances and so should be eliminated. The state will only provide the goods and services deemed necessary, so there is less wastage of scarce resources. So the state will only provide the goods that are deemed necessary. So there will be no wasteful products production, and it will avoid wasteful duplication of resources. Another point is social equality. Social equality means that there will be access for education, healthcare, employment for everyone in this economy. So these are the advantages of the planned economic system, which is run by the government. Now, market system. Market system was what? It was the market system was by the firms and the households, which are the two economic agents. Now, so as I earlier mentioned, this is for these this type of market system is run by the demand and supply to allocate resources. Now, this the private sector decides on the fundamental questions of what, how, and for whom to produce, and the private sector include the household and the firms. The market economic system is also known as the free market economy. So we can also call it a free or a capital economy. And the features of the market system is that there will be no government intervention. Obviously, the government intervention is in most cases in the mixed economy or the planned economy, but the market economy is solely run by the is if not solely, then 90 to 95% is run by the individuals and household and the firm. Okay, so the market system in which there is a demand and supply. So the demand and supply forces will determine the price of the commodities and the services. So if there will be high demand for a product, so it will have a high price. If there is a low demand for a product, it will have a low price. If there is a high supply of the product, there will be lesser price. Low supply of the product, so a higher price. So these are the things which we'll also discuss in our demand and supply chapter. Okay, so in this type of economy, the private individuals will produce only those goods which are profitable and quit the production of unprofitable products. Now, here there is a great competition amongst the firms. So there will be a lot of choices and a lot of variety of products which will be offered to the consumers as there is competition. And every firm will want that they will have a competitive edge over prices and the quality. Now, advantages of the market system, that there is efficiency. Efficiency means that they will want to reduce their costs and they will reduce wastages to increase their profitability. Freedom of choice. People can choose from a variety of products which are available to them in the economy because of the competition, which firms, as the firms want to differentiate themselves from other firms, so they will offer the best quality and the best price products. Incentive of the firm is the profitability, and they will produce those products which are highly profitable. With unlimited wealth creates incentives to work hard. This helps to boost economic growth and living standards in the country. Now, disadvantages of the market system. Okay, so because the primary aim of market system is profitability, they will usually neglect the environmental issues like pollution. Now, another is that income and wealth, there will be income and wealth inequalities, which means that rich will be able to afford more range of products and services, and they will be able to afford better and high quality products, whereas the poor will be neglected. Now, also there will be it is undecided in the market system that who will produce the public goods, such as the street lighting and national defense, because these are not the profitable products. You can also call these goods as free rider goods, which are the public goods. So it will be very difficult for the private individuals to charge for such products. So they will not produce that. So this is another problem in the market economy. Now, wasteful competition, competitive pressures can mean that firms use up unnecessary resources to gain competitive advantage from rivals, such as excess packaging. Now, if a firm is using excessive packaging and advertising to increase their competitive advantage, so another this is a kind of a waste to just to gain a competitive edge. Now, to gain the advantages of both the command economy and the market economy, the solution is the mixed economy, in which more than 50% of the countries are in today's world. Now, mixed economy system is a combination of the planned economy and the market economy, in which the government can easily decide to how they will produce the public goods, and the private sector will usually produce the private goods, and the other non-public goods, for example, chairs, air conditioners, cars, and everything, which are profitable, while the public goods which are not profitable can easily be produced by the government. Government will also help have the aim to have unemployment benefits and state pensions. And in the private sector, profit acts as the motive for firms to provide the goods and services demanded by the consumers. So the public sector, so the public sector, which is controlled by the government, will be involved in the welfare of the people, in the employment benefits, and also to produce the public goods. And the private sector will be involved to produce those goods which are profitable, and these are the non-public goods. Like every good apart from the public goods, the private sector will produce it. So it is mentioned that the mixed economic system obtains the best of both the planned and the market systems. That is true, because you are gaining advantage of both the systems, and you are discouraging the disadvantages of both the system. There are some disadvantages of a mixed economic system as well. So government might charge high taxes on the enterprises. So this might reduce the risk-taking ability. Though there are some disadvantages in the market economic system, there which might be that government is charging too much taxes, and which will reduce the people's incentive to work. Consumers will also have less money after tax to spend on the goods and services they want. Another is that regulation can impose significant costs on firms, like they will, if the regulation costs are high, so the firms will have lower profitability, which will discourage the entrepreneurship. Another is that public sector provision may be inefficient because there is no competition in the public sector, so there might be inefficiency in the public sector. Another issue is that government spending may be politically motivated, so they have their own political goals rather than achieving the welfare of the people. So this is a very major issue in a mixed economic system. So I hope that you guys understood that what are the three types of economies, and what are their advantages and disadvantages, and how they work. So thank you until we meet the next time.